Hello, Emily here from CURRENTBODY. This week we've been asking you to share some of your skincare selfies, and you may have seen some of the other members of our team in some slightly questionable face masks. So I thought I would go one stage further and show you not just my skincare selfie, but my entire skincare routine. So those of you who subscribe to our channel may know that I am a massive Clarisonic devotee, so you won't be surprised to see that Clarisonic features heavily. But here we are. Here's my morning and evening skincare routine. So this is my morning skincare routine. It's quite lengthy, so I've just tried to cut it down a little for you. So I've just finished cleansing for 1 minute with my Cashmere Cleanse brush head. So in the evening, I use one of the sensitive brush heads by Clarisonic, which has the standard length bristles. But in the morning, I haven't got that level of makeup which I need removing by the normal brush head. So I move over to the Clarisonic Luxe brush head, which is the Cashmere Cleanse, and I find that gives me a really soft, gentle start to the morning. Once I've done my 1 minute with this, which is 20 seconds on the forehead, 20 on the nose and chin, and 10 on each cheek, I take that one off and I move over to my Satin Precision, which is a smaller brush head. It doesn't have the outer bristles which protect it from splashes, and it's designed for the contours of your face. So it's designed for the delicate eye area and those lines that we're all prone to get as we age around our lips. So I make sure that I use this on speed 1 because the area is very delicate. And I put it on my face before I turn it on because it doesn't have the splash guard. Then I move in very soft, gentle circles around the delicate contour of the eye. Now I must add that I did add water to the brush head and to my skin before I started using it. Water is very important in the Clarisonic process because it flushes out all the dirt and debris that's knocked out by the Clarisonic itself. So this is moving at 300 oscillations per second, and I move it around the first eye contour and then the second eye contour. Now since I've started using this, I've found that my eye cream is absorbed so much better, and I've also noticed that the fine lines are decreased around my eye area. I think it's because the eye area is much better hydrated because the eye cream is working in better. So then for the next 10 seconds I move to the lip contour, which is somewhere that if you wear SPF on a daily basis, which I do, that can kind of get eaten away when you eat during the day and perhaps lip around your lips during the day, that sort of thing. So by doing this, I make sure that the day cream that I put on those areas gets removed much better. So I have noticed a difference. If you've purchased one of those brush heads, do let us know if the same is true for you. I'm then going to just rinse away the cleanser with a little bit of water and take that away very softly with a towel. Then I use the Lancôme Multi-Lift, which is a great day cream. This is actually a sample size, but I got a few sample sizes in my last big purchase of Lancôme, and I don't know about you, but I tend to put those away and think, oh yes, I'll use them when I go on holiday or when I stay somewhere, and then I forget and I never actually use the things. So I've now decided that instead of wasting them in the drawer, that I'm actually going to use them. So that is a Lancôme day cream, and it's got an SPF of 15, which is built in. So make sure I do my forehead because that is my biggest problem area, my neck. And then I've got the eye cream, which is from the same range. Again, this is the sample, got to use them up. And then I put that on using my fourth finger in a very gentle tapping motion just around the eye area. And same on the other side. And then I'm good to go. So now on to my nightly skincare regime. As you can tell, I have already removed my eye makeup and I've used a Lancôme bifacial, which is an instant cleanser made for sensitive eyes. I wear contact lenses, so I do have to be a bit careful about what I use. So after that's done, it's then on to my trusty Clarisonic, surprise, surprise. And one of the important points which I do mention in my video, which is how to make sure that you get the most out of your Clarisonic and my top tips, I do say make sure you wet your face completely and make sure you also wet the brush head. I then, after wetting it, put my cleanser into the middle of the brush head, which is the part that oscillates. Then I switch it on. Now at night I use the Universal Cleanse, which is level 2, because I find this removes most of my makeup. If perhaps I've been in London, I've been travelling on the tube or on the bus or something like that, I'll press the top button and I'll move on to level 3, and I might even replace the sensitive brush head with the deep pore brush head. So once I've turned it on, I start with 20 seconds on my forehead. So you'll see that the Clarisonic oscillates at 300 movements per second, which is very gentle, very soft movements from side to side. And what that does is it removes any oil, dirt and debris that's trapped in the pores. So after 20 seconds, the Clarisonic is very clever and gives a little beep and it tells me to move on to my nose. And then onto the chin area, around the bottom. So that is giving you another 20 seconds. So in a moment you'll hear another beep, and that beep will tell me to move on for 10 seconds on one cheek, 10 seconds on the other cheek. Just remembering that all the time the Clarisonic is oscillating to remove all the trapped oil, dirt and debris from your pores. And the water that you've used, the important point behind the water is that the fluid force rushes in and it removes all that trapped oil and dirt and debris that the Clarisonic head has loosened. So I'll now show you my very attractive brush head. I don't know whether you can see, but it is absolutely filthy. It never ceases to amaze me how dirty it gets. So I'm just going to quickly rinse my skin with plenty of water and wash it off with a towel. I might not be as thorough as I normally am because I'm on screen, but that will give you a bit of an idea about what I do. So after that, just softly remove it with a towel. After that, I then move on to my various different moisturising products. I'm a bit of a productaholic, and I've recently purchased some Lancôme Visionnaire, which is an absolutely fabulous product. I can't recommend it enough. I was actually recommended it by one of the ladies who works at Clarisonic itself. Her name's Jeanette, and she recommended me the Lancôme Visionnaire. Now, it's got some kind of magical particle in it that makes sure it seeps into your skin, and it's absolutely stocked full with vitamin C. So I just use 2 drops of that, and you avoid the delicate eye area. Place a little of that on, so I make sure I do my cheeks, round my nose, across my forehead, because I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation around the top of my forehead that I have to be careful of. And vitamin C is meant to be very good for removing that. And then it's upward strokes on the neck. And then I finish that with a night serum. So I recently started using these products. This is called Being Nourished, which is from the B range Superdrug. I quite like their makeup. I really like their sculpting range, and I thought I would give these a try, and actually they're really very good. So it's a couple of squirts of the night serum, and again put that on. And that is me off to bed, not looking particularly glamorous.